A Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect, you're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, could last on a planet deserted. That's the word like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead troopers, a league of supreme. Rest your luck with sleep, go home, the biggest loser, huh? I'll have the last laugh like the last comic standing. Make it the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top model. Back to the bachelor pad, show us some...
Alright, what's up and welcome to another green screen live stream with Grizzly. So today we're going to play some NBA 2K16. Hope you guys enjoy.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Celtics in Boston. For the Celtics, they won their last contest, that game against the Grizzlies. That halted their losing streak, which had reached 6 games, and now trying to extend this turnaround and make it 2 straight wins tonight. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers. That's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like, I know this is our, 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel a little bit. That's how those guys feel.
I didn't know the midpoint was the 82nd game. But anyway, injuries start to take a toll.
No, but we've done 82 games. Doesn't mean the teams.
We've done a lot of games in our role here in the
I
we get 2 games a night, remember?
on the set.
Yeah, anyway, I was saying the injuries, they start to take a toll. Not just the big ones, the little ones. Type of injuries I hate are the freak injuries. One time, Ernie, I was walking with my shoes off, stubbed my toe.
That's called barefoot.
That's a freak injury. Stubbed my toe, was out for 6 weeks. So you got to get rest, eat well.
Well, if you kick a brick wall, that's not a...
And man up.
Yeah, maybe you should. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Barefoot.
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Glad to have you with us. We're broadcasting live from Boston, the home of the Celtics. And, of course, Rajon Rondo. They will definitely miss his contributions.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps them right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help them long term.
Well, you know, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new look roster can gel.
A look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Grant, Kendall Marshall out there with Okafor. And it's Daniel in at the 4 slot. No good from Grant. On defense, Philadelphia. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Boy, that was really a fun game to watch, Kevin. I love being able to see that desire that comes through when a team knows they have to turn it up. They can count on raising their intensity level to pull off the comeback, and they did it.
And guys, you don't see comebacks like that very often. That is always a joy to watch as a broadcaster.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. And Marshall kicks to Grant. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. So it's the Celtics now. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, you know, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. So, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
Now, here's Marshall following the miss by Freak. Morris with the rebound. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. These two teams tied through the first two games of the season series. I asked him what he thought were some of the keys going into this game and looking to take that lead. He said one of the things they had to account for is the shot blocking they'll face on the defensive interior. Guys, he said, we've got to be elusive. We'll see if they took it to heart.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, guys.
And I think it's going to take not just one approach, but several. I mean, they are so good at making adjustments defensively. They'll have to be ready to adjust on the fly as well.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, this is a team that will give you a lot of different looks at the defensive end, so adjusting and adapting, critically important.
Now here's Thomas following the miss by Freak. Thomas dishes to Freak. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Grant.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Picked by Okafor. Passes to Bolton. To the middle. From 12 feet out. Tries again. Marshall can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the shot is good.
You know, obviously he knows how to finish with some flair.
The 76ers trail by 4. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
That's good.
And every once in a while he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. They set the pick. Morris a screen. Thomas passes to Freak. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against one make.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Pass to Marshall. Picked by Okafor. Shot clock at 5. Marshall with it. Now Thomas defending. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Marshall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Morris kicks to Freak. Johnson the screen. Marshall with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Marshall. Nobody back. Here's Daniel, and the layup falls.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Great shooters. Boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. Jahlil Okafor on top.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage. Astonishing.
So both teams changing it up here. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Freak dishes to Bairstow. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. last touch by Embiid. They set the pick. Freak kicks to Bairstow. Dishes to Freak. Hardaway passes to Freak. Clock at 6. Fades back.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Grant gets a wide open look. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Now here's Freak. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Now the 76ers on the break. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Here's Freak. Boston again missing. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
The 76ers leading by 11. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Freak, he's in at point guard. Barber is out there with Mickey. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Bairstow in at the 5 spot. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Noel. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Noel's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the 76ers. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies had a nice performance. He finished with 24 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Freak. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Barber's got it back down to within single digits for Boston.
Number 20. Timeout for the 76ers.
Boston making some changes. Morris is checked in for Bairstow. Boston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And it's Bradley off the drive and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting, because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
He doesn't get the second one.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
And here's Marshall from the arc. The shot is off, and it's Boston the other way. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
Bairstow, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Bairstow's got his first points of the game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
.44 seconds left in the first half. Shot's good. He's got 10.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
There's Freak. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Cole dishes to Freak. He kicks it to Bairstow. The feed to Freak. 5 to shoot. From 10 feet out, no good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And we finished one half of basketball. 76ers lead by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. First off, shot selection. We're getting high percentage looks and it's working very well for us, and I like it that we're being very efficient. And I know we've got work to do, but let's not start pressing and trying to do too much. That'll only make things harder on us. And when we get the ball, we can look to start the break if it's there for us, but I don't want to push it just because we have some ground to make up. It's been a struggle so far. That's one thing you don't need a coach to tell you. We got a whole second half to turn it around. Now get out there and compete.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. The 76ers leading by 7. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Okafor. Grant is out there with Kendall Marshall. And it's Bolton in at the shooting guard position. And it's sent back by Morris. They retain possession.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Both free throws good from Okafor. And here is Thomas. Pass to Freak. The dish to Morris. Bradley kicks to Freak. The 11-footer, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Okafor with the screen on Thomas. And there's the pass to Grant. Shoots the three. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his third rebound tonight. Freak passes to Johnson. Feeds it to Freak. Puts the move on. Rebound by the 76ers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Marshall with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Another miss by Philadelphia. Celtics trail by 6. 9 feet out. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. That's 10 points for Freak.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He told Grant that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now, here's Marshall. He's guarded by Thomas. Daniel, the pass to Bolton. Connects from three-point range. He's got 13.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
A moment now to see the numbers for Marshall. His last 10 games, averaging about 4 points, 2.5 steals, and 6 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
And Boston has possession. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Clock is at 3. Freak. That one off the back iron and out.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And Marshall kicks to Landry. They set the pick. Inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 7-point Philadelphia lead.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Here's Noel, and that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
To stop the run, and the rejection by Noel. Landry dishes to Marshall. There's the screen. Down low. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. 6 points for him.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And stolen by Freak. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Noel.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Boston making some changes. Bairstow, he's checked in for Morris. For Johnson. And it's Barber in for Thomas. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Bairstow. Freak with it. He dishes it to Bairstow. Hardaway kicks to Freak. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Out to the right wing. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Count the bucket. Freak's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Now, here's Marshall. Defense is right there. Here's Noel. Here's Embiid, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are, and that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts. No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Over in the corner, Landry. To the paint. Here's Noel. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. First in free throw percentage, third in blocks. And he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And it's nice when you've got a guy who doesn't miss much from the line. You just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been automatic this season.
Bradley's checked in for the Celtics. Coles comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Carl Landry. The Celtics shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Both good from the line that time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Marshall passes to Bolton. Screen by Grant. To the paint. Marshall can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Barber passes to Freak. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. That one on Embiid. The Celtics have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Free throw good. Freak. And both free throws good from Freak. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Uncovered. Barber pulls it in.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Celtics trail by 8. Freak in a 2-guard. Johnson is out there with Bradley. Then it's Thomas. And it's Morris in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Freak. Puts it up. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Grant with the ball. Out defended by Freak. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Okafor, and he gets it to go. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
There's the pick. Thomas kicks to Freak.
Sticking too much.
Down low, Morris. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge.
The 76ers leading by 10. Landry kicks to Noel. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. To the inside. Landry gets the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. It's been a good game for Freak. 18 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
And he can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
And Philadelphia making a change here. And both free throws good from Freak.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Passes it to Bolton. There's a screen by Noel. Can't capitalize on the good screen. Celtics trail by 10. It's Hardaway that time on the assist by Bradley.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
There's a screen by Noel. Lets it go from 11. Rebound Boston. Freak's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Bradley dishes to Freak. Morris a screen. There's Freak. Off the left rim and out.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
Here's Morris. The 10-footer finds the target. And now just a 3-point Philadelphia lead. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Kicks to Marshall. 1:14 left here in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Pass to Daniel. Shoots from the high post. No good off the front iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
There's Freak. It falls. And that shot brings them to within just one.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Here's Bolton. Count it.
And they needed that. Their lead is getting smaller by the minute.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good possession there. They had to stem the tide of this comeback a little bit, and I think they did with that play there.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
Right side Hardaway. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Sinks it.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took him as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Bolton, guarded by Hardaway. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Marshall. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan player of the game.
In my opinion, his pass is what really drove them to this win. He did a fantastic job of spreading the ball around and keeping everyone involved in the offense. And he wound up with a nice number of assists to show for it.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan,